of the ways that parents can help children to build their sense of autonomy is by letting them do things for themselves. Studies have shown that from ages of 2 and 3, children want to help other people, and as adults we often stop them and we say, oh no, not quite like that, oh be careful how you're walking, oh you don't need to pick that up, you know, somebody else has dropped it. It's hard as adults to let go of the control, to understand that when you allow children to do things for themselves, it won't be done the same as an adult would do it. And yet it's really important for their developing needs. When children get older, it can be difficult if you haven't set up a practice of them doing parts of the housework, for example, or them only doing it because they know they'll get paid or because they know they'll get to go out on a special treat. You know, if you wash the car for me, we'll go for lunch. If that's the practice that you've set up, it can be hard to have children do things because they know it's the right thing to do. One of the ways that I've suggested to lots of parents is to make a list. Sit down with your partner and make a list of all the things that need to be done to keep the house running, and then have your older child, so upper primary, secondary age, teenage age child, choose for themselves which of the responsibilities they are going to take. When you do that, it not only develops their autonomy, it also develops their sense of what it means to have a responsibility. They may not always do it. You may need to remind them quite often, and it's always a good idea to have it written, because children will say to me, oh, my parents are nagging. If it's on a piece of paper and you just point to it, there's no need for the nagging. Oh, it's your responsibility to do the dishes, and I see the dishes aren't done. Going with a non-confrontational approach is the best way to have teenagers do what you want them to do. It's also important for you as an adult to have patience, to know that it won't be done exactly as you would do it, to know that it probably won't be done in the time that you would do it, but that it's really important that the child does it for themselves. Responsibilities at home can start as young as 2 or 3 if they're helping to put some dishes away. And then it can go up to as old as 17, 18, where they are taking responsibility for making dinners for the family, or they're taking responsibility for keeping the cars in working order. They're also learning life skills. When they go off to university, you want them to be able to do these things. So it needs to start as young as you can for as often as you can.